conclusions. The intention behind the Huduma Number registration, the tragedy is that this administration did not complete that, and they started innovations around it, and I'll explain to it if you give me time, was to create what we call a single source of truth, a UPI, a unique personal identifier for everyone, so that you aggregate all the data sets we have from the births and deaths, registration of IDs, the driving licenses, passports at immigration, and so on. If you lived in countries which have achieved this, like now India, Finland, of course the US is the one that started this long time ago. In the US, you are given something called a social security number.
Yes.
With a social security number in any office you go, once you give your social security number, your details are very easily accessed and you can get services easily. Someone doesn't have to send you home to bring your ID, your driver's license, your birth certificate, and so on, because all that data and information is available in a single file that you will get when you give your social security number. We wanted Kenyans to get one number. That number is what they would use in everything that they would do. But the government invested very heavily in the resources of integrating the data sets. And actually we did, because there are people who have an Huduma card. I have one. And we did 13 million of those cards. In other words, the process was meticulous in integrating the data sets. Once we get all your data, as DBAL, we give you an Huduma card and a number. We even acquired our own capability through our security agencies to produce those cards and to produce those numbers here in Nairobi. Now, the challenge, in my view, is that when our new national leaders came in, they had different ideas, or because of procurement interest or because of deals they wanted, they abandoned that process and they started talking about Maisha number or whatever it is they call it. That is just basically an excuse to generate an opportunity for a tender to do that. If they had stayed on that trajectory, the resources are available. And by the way, DBAL, the resources are not Fred Matiang'i's resources or Uhuru Kenyatta's resources. They are resources that belong to the people of Kenya. The infrastructure that was created is available. No one went away with it. And I'm told that even when they came into office, they were briefed about that, they inspected those resources, and the infrastructure is available. Why they have not completed that process, I frankly do not know. Yet, I don't know anything that would stop them from completing that process and completing the issuance of the Huduma card. And I am willing to say this, and I can repeat it anywhere in public, that there was nothing more needed, and there was no need for a new tender to do anything. All they needed to do is to continue the process of integrating the data sets that we were doing, because we had already done over 13 million of those, and by this time they